Hello. I've lowered the bitrate by 400 because I keep seeing encoding overloaded. But I need to be careful with that because it might look horrible. 400, that's nothing. It's probably not going to look any difference, but I'd better make sure after a few minutes here, or now, that this looks alright. That it's not, like, horribly gritty, which it wouldn't be, but just in case. Seems like a hacker. A bot, or whatever you say. It seems to be all right. Sorry, I was testing the microphones. I don't know, sometimes it looks like it's not red enough. And just this morning I was thinking about how immature it is of Emplemon to put ear rape into his videos. Because I got an Emplemon video in my recommended or something. Like, that is seriously the only reason I don't watch Emplemon. Or, not really, but... Well, no, that's not true. But it's one of the... Like, it's one of the reasons. Like it's not the putting ear rape in the video which is wrong. Like, I do enjoy videos with ear rape. Sometimes. I mean, I don't enjoy the ear rape in them. Well, it is good. I like the distortion, I just don't like the loud volume aspect of it. The distortion is completely fine. It actually, I like that. But it's the loud volume. The having to, like, shift the volume, having to watch the vast majority of the video at like the lowest audio that you can barely even hear it. That's the annoying part. It's so annoying to the point where I feel like I'm gonna have to download the video and edit it in Premiere and export it just so I can listen to it without having to adjust my volume all the time. Or like I said, watch most of it like really quietly. Like, have it so low that most of the video is super low and the ear rapey parts are bearable. Because there's this person, I've been telling you about this Discord server. There's someone in there named This is Raisu, from that's Yuri Yuri season 2 episode 4 reference, or it wasn't 4, it was episode 3, I think. Season 2 episode 3 or something. This is Raisu. Yep, season 2 episode 3. I like how I can go to my blog post and control F like some stuff, because I've written about these episodes, so I can just like go look at my blog post to see which episode, like in which episode which thing happened. But anyway, this is Raisu made some Lucky Star parodies. I haven't watched all of them, but they were pretty good. I'll link in the description. I was getting really envious of This is Raisu when he was gaining all these subscribers, because he made some video, what was it? When Cloud saw Sephiroth descend into Smash, I got envious he was gaining subscribers so fast. In fact, wait a minute, this video, 193,000 views. That's more than mine. That's more than my most viewed video. Although in total views, he has way less than me, actually. Also, his name, this is Raisu, it's spelled wrong, or at least, like, it's not spelled the way it just doesn't really make any sense the way he spelled it. He spelled it, this is za Raisu, which, that's not how they say it, it's a izu. It's zu, not za. Now, what am I doing? Powerhouse might have been better. Alright, well, for Powerhouse, please. Oh. So, which ones are the ones I've watched, anyway? Like, I've watched episode... I should be careful, actually, with this... It's at full volume, right after the ear rape part. The video skipped to. That could have been ended really badly. That could have ended really badly. It was right after the ear rape part. The video, like when I click on the video, the YouTube skips ahead for me, like where I last left off, and it was right after the ear rape part. It's at 2 minutes in episode 1. I found that part quite amusing, a little bit amusing. And the scene in episode 1 at 1 minute and 38 seconds is also pretty amusing, I thought. Yes, I haven't watched episode 2. I only watched episode 1. Or it seems, because I didn't give the second one a like. What about part 3? Episode 3 here. I haven't given episode 3 a like. Episode 4? Yeah, I've given episode 4 a like. And then there's episode 5 and episode 6, and I've given neither a like. So I think it's only episode 1 and 4 that I watched. But they were kind of amusing. So yeah, I'll link episode 1 in the description, I suppose. Or both, episode 1 and episode 4, whatever. Alright. There were 3 things I forgot to mention in the previous video. Firstly, in Ginga EU Densetsu episode 50, there was this one scene where... Let me go back and watch it, because I don't really remember what exactly happened. Miscellaneous tier lists? That kind of makes no sense. Why I would name my folder miscellaneous tier list, because they're not miscellaneous. This is just a folder for tier list videos, so I should just call it tier lists. Wait, I already have a tier list folder. What? What? I must have forgotten that I had a tier list folder and made a folder titled miscellaneous tier lists. What is this? What was I thinking? Or is it? What is this? I mean, yeah, it's just miscellaneous what? How weird. What the hell? What is this video doing here? God damn. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so this dude said something funny, kind of, and Yang Sais and Frederica, Julian, and this guy, whatever, I don't know his name. I guess that's the guy who offered his lolly daughter as a bride to Julian, like 7 years into the future. I think that was the plan. That's that guy, right? That's who he is. That's the guy with the daughter who he's gonna get. He's just gonna give to Julian. So anyway, so Frederica, Julian, and this guy, they like smile at the end of the scene here, and it's pretty brief. Like I saw them smiling, and like I rewound and I looked at Frederica to see if she smiled too, and yeah, she did. So like I just found it kind of amusing that all three of them laughed, like, or not laughed, but smiled like this, all at the same time, for this like short amount of time. So I thought that would be a great GIF. I should make that into a GIF. Oh. What is happening? Jwari. I've been getting a lot of duplicates lately. The home wrecker here, you didn't see that because I had shut off the recording. Yeah, the home wrecker, Jwari, Tribalman's Shiv, Force of Nature, and yeah, that, and Latranger. Okay. See, I thought that would be a good GIF. I should make that into a GIF. I haven't yet, but I'm gonna make it into a GIF. Probably. Secondly, my friend sent me. Did I mention this? I don't know. My friend sent me this Uncle Roger video. That's his name, right? I don't know. Uncle Roger. And I think I've brought Uncle Roger up before. Yeah, I have. And let me turn on the desktop audio again. I've brought up how I don't like, because my friend sent me this other, like, no, my friend sent me this video of some, this video of some Japanese woman. I don't remember her name. Mrs. something. Alright, there's this conversation going on in the Discord server here about the shopping carts, you know, returning shopping carts, and someone mentioned, like, putting coins in them, and I remembered, damn, yeah, isn't that a thing in, yeah, isn't that, like, this in Poland, yeah, and isn't that a thing in Sweden too? Yeah, I thought, yeah, I remember that, the coins, yeah, vaguely, because, like, it's been so long, I mean, I barely ever, like, come along on shopping trips anymore. But yeah, it wasn't at coins. Coin slots. So I went on this Reddit a post here, and like someone says, in the US we pay mentally challenged people and teenagers minimum wage to gather carts so we can be lazy and not have to walk anywhere to put a cart away. We're also pretty obese as a nation. Pretty obese. Mentally challenged people. I'm mentally challenged. I guess. I don't know. So what was I doing? Playing this game, I guess, but oh yeah, I was gonna look up the name of that Japanese woman. Mrs. Eats. And so I went on her channel and I found this other video of her reacting to Uncle Roger, reacting to Jamie Oliver, is that his name? And like, so I told my friend, you know, I don't like Uncle Roger because he's mean to vegans. And as you viewers know, I'm a vegan sympathizer. I'm gonna be vegan eventually. Or as you viewers perhaps do not know, but I must have mentioned it before. I wrote a blog post about it. Actually, so you can go read that. Actually, maybe don't. It wasn't very good. Or maybe it was. I don't know. I don't know. But my friend sent to me, he's joking. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. But anyway, my friend sent me this Uncle Roger video yesterday, and despite me disliking Uncle Roger, I watched the video. He was in Stockholm, Sweden, you know. I must have talked about this. I must have. Yeah, I absolutely did. I must have. Yeah, I did. I absolutely did talk about this because I brought up the scoreboard. But I don't know, I guess I didn't add as many details when I talked about it yesterday. Okay, but I don't even remember if I mentioned that I enjoyed the video. Maybe that's what I didn't get to the point of, like, maybe I got distracted. I'm just saying I enjoyed the video, despite me disliking Uncle Roger. I liked the video, despite me, and like I just oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I must have brought this up and then I just didn't really finish talking about it. And it's just that I'm envious of Uncle Roger, but of course I could say that about anyone. I'm always envious, amn't I? You know, there's nothing special. I'm just a broken record at this point. But yeah, he was in Stockholm, Sweden. He actually got bubble tea at the end. And as you know, I've been... I keep saying as you know, but yeah. If you've been watching... Oh, it says encoding overloaded. Maybe I should reduce it a bit more. Okay, I reduced it by 500, so now it's at 8,100. Got him. Let me look at the video. I guess it looks fine. If you disagree, leave a comment. I've been trying to make bubble tea, except I don't have the tapioca, so I can't. But I've been trying to make iced milk tea. And I made iced milk tea today. You know, another try. And I guess, like, today it turned out the best yet. Today was the best iced milk tea I've made thus far, I guess. But maybe it could be better. Like, I don't know if I used too much milk, maybe. I don't know. And I used sugar this time instead of honey. Which, I mean, that was good. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like I told you about... Didn't I talk about honey in the other video? Didn't I talk about honey? Nah, maybe I didn't, but whatever. Okay, but he's gone. There's one left the game. Alright, good. Everyone's cleaning out the... No, everyone's getting rid of the bots. All I'm saying is I used honey in hot milk tea the other day, and I didn't like it. It was really weird. It was like it wasn't even there. Kind of like it was weird. I mean, it was there, and like, you know, you could clearly sense that, but like it was like at the same time it didn't really... It felt like I'd barely used any. But anyway. That's the thing about... That's what I wanted to say about iced milk tea. It's in Stockholm, but I'm too... I mean, coronavirus aside, I'm too timid to go out without my parents. Ha! I am so good at this. So yeah, I'm not feeling so good today because that was my only sugar injection. The iced milk tea was the only sugar injection I've had today. Wow, I got him. Alright, you survived though. It's a good thing I got it. I don't think I would have survived that flame. Maybe I should just walk down here. No, I might have gone too far. Wow, they got it. They captured the... He has spotted me. Oh. Yeah, I usually have a larger sugar injection, don't I? Haha! Look at that. Look at that triangle. Oh, did a sniper shoot me? Whoa, how did he scope so... Oh, that was another one. Like, how did he load, like, charge the thing so fast? Oh. Wait, what? Over there? There's always, like, someone over there, like, aiming at me, and then the blank gets me all the way over there. Like, that's happened twice now. Okay, blank is dead. It's like playing Five Nights at Freddy's with these snipers on different ends of the map. I have to keep checking to see if they're there. Blank is gone. Oh, blank was a... No, blank is not gone. I was looking at the wrong team. Damn, I did really well as sniper. Yeah, I want to play high pass. Alright, so... Oh my god, I'm looking at this Discord server again, god damn. Oh man. I'm back from dinner. I got mad because the people in the Discord server were cyberbullying someone. I was real disappointed. I'm really disappointed in them for being such, for jumping at the chance to cyberbullying someone. But maybe I'm defending him too much. I don't know. So I don't really know if there was anything else I wanted to talk about. It's pretty late. I don't want to make the video too long, because then I can't upload it today. I was able to upload the video yesterday. Yesterday's video, I was able to upload it yesterday. I wasn't the only one who disliked the bullying, though. I shouldn't be talking too much about this. Like, these individual people in this Discord server, I guess I shouldn't be talking too much about this. I mean, like, I want to keep saying, like, it's not like I'm attached to these people or anything. I mean, like, I want to make it clear that, like, I was in a Discord server from August 2019 to March 2020. And, like, my time in that Discord server was very, very different. Like, my like, how could I say this? Relationships with those people were very different from my relationships with these people. It's very different, I would say. I mean, it's a pretty obvious difference. I was infatuated with one of the people in that Discord server. Like, there was a better sense of community there. This server, it's bigger. Fuck this. I'm really in a bad mood because of these niggas. Encoding overloaded. Hey, I shouldn't talk about this, but yeah. Well, I suppose I could just block them. Lol. That wouldn't work. I mean, it might. I guess I could. I've seen other people blocking people. What, it hasn't started yet? What is this? Scarly's profile picture. Weird. Yeah, that it didn't. There was no countdown. Oh, but on this one it says Luxembourg. Luxembourg. Fucking Luxembourg. Hope I don't kick the wrong one. Alright, it worked. What? He shot me with a Diamondback? Is Scarly a bot? I don't know. Did that spy disguise really quickly? Like, unbelievably quickly. Like, it was like the big earner, but he was a scout instead of this sniper. What happened? Dead ringer? Wait, nah, but it's gotta pop up in the kill feed, right? The dead ringer. It's gotta. Encoding overloaded. Does encoding overloaded even have anything to do with the bitrate? I think it does, but I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure, because I had this problem in the summer of 2019 when I was playing Minecraft. Oh, he's gonna die. Got him. Shota Eater. Oh, wow. Shota Eater's profile picture sure does look like a Shota Eater. Samuel Lime Lemon. There sure are a lot of weebs in Team Fortress 2. Well, I guess there are weebs in any game. Dead Ringer? By the way, do I even need to headshot spies? I don't think so. Like, I think a body shot does, like a fully charged body shot does enough damage to kill a spy, but I mean, that depends on whether they have the kunai, I guess. Let me check. $125 health. I actually only use the kunai because it looks cool. Maybe it's useful. I don't know. I don't really notice. There really does seem to be a dead ringer spy. Where are all the other... Where are all the... What a shitty spy. I don't know, maybe the circumstances were as such that he had no choice. I don't know, but it like just... Whoa! Let's get that spy. TF2 is a perfect game. No flaws. These spies are really good at the game, bro. Yeah, I can't think of anything I want to say. Like if there was anything more I wanted to say. Like today I watched episode 51 of Gingayu Densetsu. Oh right, I was gonna talk about that I guess, but like, okay, so, oh yeah, I remember now what I was gonna talk about. Like, Yang proposed to Frederica, which I did not see coming. I mean, I knew they were gonna get married because I spoiled myself by looking at the wiki or something. I spoiled myself. But that sure was an awkward proposal. But well, how should I say this? It was well, yeah, it was awkward. Sure. Oh, and like Poplin, like this guy, what was his name? Konev was having a conversation with Poplin, and like you know how it is with Poplin. Like I talked about this previously, how like it's always about the ladies with the Poplin scenes, right? And like he like Konev was kind of insulting him a little bit, and Konev admitted that it's just because he's envious of Poplin, because he doesn't have a success with the ladies. Konev admitted, and I thought that was really relatable. That's exactly why I've been saying "fuck you, Poplin." Like I actually said that. Like that's exactly why I've been hating on Poplin. Alright, and then later we see this scene of Julian. And apparently he had a crush on Frederica. Which is an unexpected turn of events. I don't think they've been hinting at that at all. They were hinting at it earlier in the episode, in this episode, in 51. But I don't think they've been hinting at that earlier at all. So in an unexpected turn of events, Julian is relatable. I don't know how old Frederica is. I would think she's about 24. So, well, I could go calculate it if I really want to. Hold on a second. Yeah, so I read the MyAnimeList forum discussion of this episode after I was finished it with it, and it had 3 pages. Well, the 3rd page was really short, but still it had 2 full pages of discussion. Usually these episodes have been having only 1 page. Alright, yeah. Frederica is 25. And Julian, I don't remember. He's like 16, I think, at this point. Maybe 17. I don't know. I think he's 16. So... So you see the parallels here. Julian has crush on a woman 9 years older than him, and she gets married to someone. She gets married to someone else. She gets engaged to someone else. And me, I get a crush on someone 7 years older than me. I confess my feelings to her, and she rejects me. The only difference is Julian was drinking a lot of alcohol in that scene. I haven't drunk any alcohol. My relationship with alcohol and other drugs, I've written a blog post about it. You can go read that. We're in Kong King. I've been looking at kanji on Wiktionary today. Yeah, because I was watching anime. I guess it happened. I don't know if maybe I was looking at more stuff, but like, Yang said Shippu Worufu, and I thought Shippu, is that like Shippuden? Naruto Shippuden? So I looked it up, and yeah, sure enough, it was the same word. Apparently, well, actually, I didn't even look this up, but Shippu, Shippu means gale, and Den, I would imagine that maybe Den is a shortening of Densetsu. That seemed to be what it was. Because, I mean, it was translated as tail or whatever somewhere, I think. So, I guess Den is a shortening of Densetsu. Or yeah, something like that. So yeah, I was looking at the Shippu kanji, or like I think I was looking at the one before that, like the one the sheep. Well, no, I don't remember. I was, for some reason I ended up. Oh, and I was also looking at like Kitamiya's name from Yuri Yuri, because like I happened to, because you know I'm in this Yuri Yuri Discord server, and so I just happened to search. Actually, I think I might have seen it on. Might have been on Reddit actually. I don't even remember, but I was looking at her name too, and like how Hatsumi was her name, yeah. And me was like the B, as in the like the goat one or whatever, and like the means beautiful. Whatever, and Hatsu means beginning. Like I saw it on the Hatsu had the knife and the cloth, and I knew that meant beginning, because you know it's you start by cutting the cloth, right? I'd looked at that one before, you know, but I think I'd looked at it in a like it was a miniature and a bigger one. I don't think I'd looked at the Hatsu one in it on its own, or maybe I had, but not most of the times anyway. Anyway, I guess that's enough. I guess guess I'll end the video here. Yeah, I think I should. Goodbye.